Hi, it's Mrs. R again. So now we're looking at the second problem in your list of problems to do. Remember, we always start off by labeling our triangle. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to determine which side is the hypotenuse. Now, if you look at your triangle, your right angle is right here. And the side across from your right angle is this side right here, your x. That makes this side your hypotenuse. And now we're ready to label our adjacent side. So our 38-degree angle here is formed by our hypotenuse and the side that measures 6.8 centimeters. So this 6.8 centimeters would have to be our adjacent side because it's helping form the 38-degree angle and it's not the hypotenuse. So we're going to go ahead and write adjacent for this side right here. Okay, and that leaves this side right here to be our opposite side. And now that we have labeled all of our sides of our triangle, we are ready to determine which trig function we need to use. In order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and write out SOHCAHTOA. So now I'm going to look at which sides have labels on them. I have my hypotenuse, which has the x. And then I have my adjacent side, which is 6.8 centimeters. So that means I am looking for the trig function that uses the adjacent side and the hypotenuse. So I'm looking for AH, and I find that right here, which means I'm going to be using cosine. Now I'm ready to write out my equation. So that's going to be the cosine of 38 degrees equals my adjacent, or 6.8, over my hypotenuse, or x. And now I'm ready to just go ahead and put cosine of 38 degrees over 1. And next you go ahead and you cross multiply, so now we're going to do x times the cosine of 38 degrees. And that is going to be equal to 1 times 6.8, which of course gives you 6.8. Now our whole goal is to get x by itself, because the directions say to determine the value of x. So we have to look at what's happening to x. Well, x is being multiplied by the cosine of 38 degrees. So in order to get x alone, we must, of course, divide both sides by the cosine of 38 degrees. And when we do that, over here on this side, we get x by itself. And then on the other side, we end up with this mess right here. Now this answer is correct. However, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to stop here. We want to go ahead and get a decimal approximation for this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to write x is approximately, and then we're going to put this entire expression in our calculator. So you're just going to put in 6.8, and then you're going to hit your division sign, and you're going to do cosine of 38 degrees, making sure, of course, beforehand that your calculator is in degrees. And when you do that, your calculator should give you 8.62932, and on and on and on. And we're going to go ahead and just round to the nearest hundredths. So we would write 8.63. And of course we look back at our problem to get our units. This side is in centimeters, which means our other side must also be in centimeters. So we go ahead and write centimeters. And now we have completed the problem. There is our answer.